The 2014 football season is right around the corner, just 2 weeks away, and my rankings are almost done. This week, I'm going to rank the running back rankings for this year. Now, the running backs are going to go early and often, so you need to spend the first and second round pick to get a superstar running back, or you're going to miss out on the best guys. So, let's get started. As always, follow me on Twitter at FantasySports7. Team number 1 of the running backs, Jamaal Charles, LeSean McCoy, and Adrian Peterson are well above everyone else in the running backs. Now, if we have the first pick, I would take one of these guys. Personally, I would take Charles, but it's your choice. All these guys are going to produce, they're going to have great numbers, and I love all these guys, so, you know, it's your choice. Personally, though, I think Charles is the safest option, but, hey, it's your team. Team number 2 of the running backs, I have Matt Forte at number 4. Now, he's going to be the 4th overall pick, and he's a crazy running back. He will get you so many receiving yards and a good amount of touchdowns, too. I like him a lot. Number 5, Marshawn Lynch, as consistent as it gets, puts up double-digit touchdowns, 1,200 rush yards every year. Eddie Lacy is the riskiest of all these guys, because he had a breakout rookie year, and I expect another good season, but he's the most likely to have a down year. But either way, I think I would still pick a first round. I would still draft him in the first round because I like his upside. To number 3, this should definitely be your number 2 running back. Number 7, I have Le'Veon Bell. I have him higher than a lot of experts do, just because he has a crazy upside. He's a big guy, big strong guy, tough to tackle, and he's a very good pass catcher. He's gonna get like 400 receiving yards, and the Steelers are going to run the ball a lot. I like him a lot. Number 8, Zach Stacy. Again, I have him higher than most experts do. But he's going to put up good numbers in the Rams offense. They're very dedicated to the run. Last year, after 4 weeks, he had basically no stats. And then he finished with about 1,000 yards and then 7 touchdowns. So he had a great season, even though he basically only started 12 games. So I definitely like his upside and potential. Number 9, DeMarco Murray. The high-powered Dallas Cowboy offense is gonna produce a lot of points, and Murray's gonna reflect that. Number 10, Arian Foster, just 1 season away from being the top running back. Very injury-prone though, and the Texans have no quarterback, so it's gonna be Owen Foster. I like him, but again, you're gonna have to have a good backup because he's very injury-prone. Number 11, Mooney Ball. He has huge upside, and he has an injury in his stomach, so he won't be ready until week 1, which is why he's this low. He would be probably number 8 if he was healthy, but he will get a lot of chances in this Denver offense, and he's going to score a ton of touchdowns for them. I like him a lot. He's taken over from Knowshon Moreno, and last year Knowshon Moreno was the 5th best fantasy running back in Denver's offense, so Moneyball can do the same. To number 4, I love this tier. This is a very high-powered, awesome tier. Number 12, Giovanni Bernard. He could easily be a top 10, top 8 fantasy running back this year. He's now the number 1 back. He passed Jarvis Guarneros in that offense. He's going to get all the touches. He's a very good receiver, projected about 500 receiving yards. I like him a lot. It's just a matter of how many touches they give him. 200? 300? That's the only question. He's going to produce no matter what. But number 13, Alfred Morris. He's going to get you a ton of rushing yards, a ton of touchdowns, but 0 receiving yards. He will not catch the ball out of the backfield at all, and that's why he's so low. Number 14, Doug Martin, a bit of a risk, because last year he was bad for most of the year. Then he got injured, and his whole year is a wash. So I definitely think you should be cautious if you draft him, because 2 years ago he was one of the best running backs in the game. So definitely be cautious with Martin. Number 15, C.J. Spiller. He had a down year last year after having an amazing year in 2012, but I think he's going to rebound. He still finished with like 1,000 yards last year and a good, like 5 touchdowns, but I don't know. I definitely think he's a good running back to have though, and people are sleeping on him because his numbers are down, so I like him a lot this year. Number 16, Andre Ellington. He's going to have a big year. He's the only decent running back in the Arizona offense, and he's going to get the ball a lot, and he's going to produce. Last year, he had a very quiet, solid season, had like 700 rush yards, a good number of touchdowns. I like him a lot. To number 5, these are like your flex running backs or your third running backs. Ryan Matthews, going to produce a lot. He's very consistent, had a breakout year last year. Number 18, Reggie Bush. He's going to catch a lot of balls, but that question is health. Number 19, Frank Gore. He does the same thing every year. A good number of yards, good number of touchdowns, but he's now 30. Can he still keep it up? Number 20, he was the wild card, and I like him a lot. Bishop Sankey, he came out of Washington. He's a highly thought of prospect, and now he's the starter in Tennessee. They have Sean Green still there, but I'm not worried about him. I would draft him high because he's going to get a lot of touches and going to see the ball a lot. He's going to catch the ball a lot. He's a good receiving back, and I like him a lot. I already have him in 2 of my leagues, and you should definitely get him too. Number 21, Shane Vereen. I like him the most of any Patriot running back. He's projected for almost 700 receiving yards. Like, that's crazy. He lines up in a slot more than in the backfield, and he's also a great running game too. So all around, he's going to have a lot of good plays and a lot of good games, but he may not be there every game. To number 6, how the running back starts with number 22, Ben Tate. He's going to get the keys of the offense in the Cleveland Brown running game because he's the starter. Terrence West is there too, but I think Tate's going to break out. Number 23, Rashad Jennings, had a good year last year and should put up decent numbers for you. 24, Chris Johnson. Now he's inconsistent to say the least. He's make or break, but this year with the Jets, he's going to get the ball a lot because if they have Mike Vick starting, they're going to have a lot of rushing, a big rushing game with Chris Johnson. I like him a lot this year, and I wouldn't draft him as a starter though. Keep him on your bench or a flex, but if you have him there, that's a good spot to have Chris Johnson. Number 25, Toby Gerhart. He was a huge running back coming out of college and always sat behind Adrian Peterson. Now he's a starter. I draft him high because he's going to get a lot of touches in Jacksonville. And to number 8, these should be your backup running backs, but some of these guys can produce. Number 26, Joke Bell had a great season last year. Him and Reggie Bush were a great combo in Detroit. Number 27, 28, 29, Trent Richardson, Steven Jackson, Ray Rice. They all had very down years last year after having a good 2012. Richardson just underperformed. His work ethic, is not there. He's not putting in the effort he should, and he's not contributing to the Colts offense. Maybe he can turn around, and I'm hoping he can, because he's gonna be a good running back. It's just, when can he break out of his slump? Number 28, Steven Jackson. He's older, but he still can produce. 29, Ray Rice. He's suspended for 2 games to start the year, so he's gonna go lower because of that. His ADP is gonna take a hit, but Ray Rice is still a good running back, and I think he's going to bounce back from last year. Number 30, Pierre Thomas. He's going to be a solid running back, and he's now a starter without Darren Sproles there, so you can get him in like the 12th round or whatever. You can get him pretty late. So thank you for watching, and follow me on Twitter at FantasySports7.